Hi everyone, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to the 12 days of Christmas. Today is day 10 and I'm very excited to share with you my Easel tags. These are a little twist on the traditional Christmas cards that I always make, and these will take you 5 minutes, if not anything more, to do. Of course, what you're gonna need is a cute picture. These are a picture of my girls that I picked them up today from the studio, and this is probably a reason why my Christmas cards are so late this year, but usually I just pass them on Christmas. I don't mail them out because they always have so many, you know, it's very dimensional. So for these little tags, I am using recycled materials such as these. These are flower packaging from some of my Prima flowers. You can use any type of packaging that you have. Now I'm gonna be using some paper doilies and a bunch of scrap pieces of paper, and these are just some pieces that I have left over from last year. And I picked this one because my girls are wearing a pink dress, so I wanted to match that here. Now for these little tags, as you can see, I am adding an easel element, so the tag can display just as a Christmas card would, because usually I do easel Christmas cards. Now here, the picture of my girls, what I did here ahead of time is I stamp using my Stays On ink, and I just stamp Merry Christmas on the picture itself. And I think that's all we're gonna need. Other than that, we're probably gonna be using some trim elements like this one over here. I love it because it's gold and so Christmassy, and I already had it on my stash. Same thing with a little bit of pink trim and some pink tulle here that I also had in my stash, left over from when I used to make tutus, because I used to make tutus for my girls, but now they don't let me do it anymore. All right, so I'm gonna start with the Prima tags, and you can use any tag that you like. I picked this one because I kind of like the little flowers peeking through on the corner here. I think it looks really cute. And then over here, I am going to be adding a piece of paper saying, you know, Merry Christmas and the year and all that stuff for the family. Okay, so I'm gonna start by just measuring my tag so I can cut the paper. Now you can measure it, or you can actually just glue it in place, and then you can just cut the excess. So I think I'm just gonna do that because it's a lot faster to do it this way. So I'm just gonna place this down, and I'm going to make sure that I have no air bubbles anywhere. And then I'm gonna turn this around and just trim the remaining here. Just super easy these tags are gonna be. Okay, so I'm gonna use that, and then I'm gonna use this other piece that I have for the back. Okay, so I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. Make sure you get the borders really good. Oops. And the inside. Alright, so I'm just gonna place this right under, and I don't want to cover that opening. I actually want this to look like the tag, you know, to keep that that element. I really like that. And then plus we're gonna use that opening to add our lace or ribbon or something on the top of your tag. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim this out again. Now I'm gonna grab my circle punch, and I'm just gonna hold it in reverse and punch out these little corners like so. 1 and 2. Okay, that way you get these pretty ends on the bottom. All right, so now for the embellishing of the tag, I'm gonna use these gold paper doilies. So I'm gonna split this on half. Now I'm gonna grab one of my images. If you don't have pictures, if you're not using pictures, you can cut a little cardstock paper, and you can use some stamps or some stickers as your main focus on your card. But of course, I'm gonna use my girls. So here I'm kind of placing the paper doily kind of on the corners where my picture ends, and I'm just gonna hold that and add a little bit of glue, just like so, so it doesn't move. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of glue just here as well. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go back here and cut the extras like so, and then I'm gonna do the same on the top. Okay, and now again I'm just gonna trim this extra out. Now to give these a little bit of dimension, as you can see here, I'm going to be using chipboard. And now again, every time I make a mini album, I get these little random pieces of chipboard that I always saved. Chipboard is a great way to add dimension to your projects, so I always use every little bit I have. So I'm actually going to cut 2 layers because I do want a lot of dimension in here. I'm just eyeballing the size here and make sure that it will fit on the tag. Now you can also use foam dots, but I rather have the chipboard because then you have an even surface. If you're using the dots, you're gonna have a lot of air void spaces, and you don't want your picture to kind of wrinkle when you put it down. So this is why I rather use my chipboard. I'm just gonna place 1 down, and I'm gonna place the second one right on top of that. So here we go, a lot of dimension. Now make sure the chipboard does not stick out so you can see it. So we're good in here. I do have a little bit of this gold sticking out, so I'm gonna trim that out. And then I'm going to go in here and place this. Super simple. Now I'm gonna place this kind of towards the bottom a little bit, so I have enough room on the top to add my embellishments or my trim. So I'm just gonna place that like so. Super quick, right? So now I'm gonna use some of my fabric tag glue, and let me move this out of the way, and I'm gonna measure here just a little piece. I'm also gonna cut this other pretty trim that I have. Just gonna measure a little piece, and see, this is just what I have. So this is a great way to use little scrap pieces as well. So I'm just gonna add some of my fabric tag glue, 1 for this little fuzzy trim, and 1 for the other one. Now you can also use some lace or just whatever you have hanging on your stash. I was just looking for whatever I have that is gold. Just because I found those gold paper doilies and I love them so much that I knew I had to have gold. I need the smaller scissors here. And I'm just gonna trim some of these out. And here we go. Now I'm also gonna go on the back and add just a little trim so it looks pretty all the way around. Yep, just like this. I have way too much glue on this one, but okay. So cute. Now for the easel, I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock. Now I'm using some heavyweight cardstock, and I'm gonna cut a piece of 2 by 8. So now I'm going to score these at 1, at 3, and 7. Okay, so I have 1, 3, and 7. And now I'm just gonna press this down really good. So now we're gonna place this like so. Okay, so first we're gonna add some glue on this 1 inch. And let's just lay this flat for now. And make sure this is flush against the edge. And then you also wanna center it. Just like that. Okay, now the second thing you're gonna do is stand this up and make sure this is perpendicular to your line here. So it helps if you stand it up. And now you're gonna fold this edge down and you're gonna add your glue here. And then it depends on what angle you want your tag to sit. You can have it more standing up or more leaning down. So just press your glue, put your glue here, and then press your tag where you want it. So I think I want mine to sit right here. Okay, so then go back here, make sure this is even. And here we go. So I have my tool and I'm just gonna cut 3 pieces. So here's 1. So I'm just gonna roll it here a little bit. And of course you can use whatever you have on hand, different materials or things like that. So I'm just gonna grab these 3, like so, and then I'm gonna just pass them through my opening. And now I love the opening because it's so flat here that you can just pass it and it will take all of your tool without wrinkling it. It's so easy. And now I'm just gonna tie these with this other lace here. And I just want a small piece. Okay, so I'm just gonna go 1 time. And then I'm gonna make a knot like this. And I'm just gonna trim this. And make sure these 2 are even. Just like so. It kind of looks like a little bow. And now I'm just gonna trim the top. Make sure these are also even. Let's see, I think here we go. 2 easy Christmas tags, easel tags that you guys can make in no time. I hope that you guys enjoy this quick tutorial. Please make sure to leave a comment on the description box. Make sure you are subscribed to everyone on the lineup and leave a comment on their videos as well to be part of the giveaways. I want to thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.